The Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 6, Chapter 139, Shield's Brand. It's been a week since I acquired my land and began babysitting these kids. The soldiers have pretty much finished restoring most of the salvageable houses. I guess it's time to start at the next stage of the plan. Following Fido's order, the new Fido Real is pulling a carriage back and forth. I guess it will be nice to ride in a carriage that doesn't talk back for once. I'm currently playing fetch with Fido in relatively good spirits. I'm doing it while the other slaves are asleep, as Fido does not care about her surroundings. The Catapulans have also become quite large, and we are currently building a carriage for them. This monster seems to be a herbivore that enjoys gnawing on bioplant stalks. This kills two birds in one stone. The slave dealer does good work. It's also quite easy to handle. Its only fault is its speed. It can't go very fast or far. Visiting the neighboring town seems to be its limit. The dune worms have become relatively large as well. I'm leaving the maintenance of the soil around here to them. This monster is also quite docile. Wild dunes seem to spend their lives peacefully underground. It's very rare for one to get into a fight. Domestic dune will fight if ordered, but they aren't very strong. Well then, I think it's time to restart my peddling. How is it? I had prepared 2 sets of clothing for Kale. First one was fit for her preferences, a manly set of armor. The other is a frilly one-piece. Kale is blushing and waiting for my appraisal. Perfect. Make sure you act clumsy and embarrassed while we sell things. Shield Ni-chan, why do I have to do something like this? Of course, for the money. If we don't have the funds, we cannot restore the village. I'm embarrassed, Ni-chan. I plan to have Fido manage the front while I watch over the stock. I also plan to sell medicines made by Kale with Raphtalia's help. Rishia, I'll leave the village's management and level raising to you. Got it! I need to teach the slaves how to peddle. If I don't, then raising funds will get increasingly difficult. If I circle the country with a carriage advertising my brand, rumors should spread quickly. That's why I have been spending all my free time making medicines. By the way, due to the teachings in compounding I received before the battle with the spirit turtle, I can make some advanced medicines as well. As long as I'm there, we should be able to solve most problems, including serious disease. Though this is just my opinion. Then we're off. What, Ni-chan? I still haven't gotten used to... Ignoring Kale, we set off. It only took 1 hour to visit the neighboring villages. This is all thanks to Fido's legs. I see some familiar faces as I go from town to town. It's a bit of a strange feeling. Saint Sama was the hero of the shield? Yeah, I thought it would be bad for business if my identity got out. I apologize for my behavior back then. Don't let it bother you. The bad rumors about me have already died down. Even though I hadn't done anything at the time, I was still being called the Devil of the Shield. I had been faced with quite a lot of undue resentment. But I don't have any reason to mull over it now. As long as I get paid, I don't mind. I don't put customers before everything else. Those were the words of an actor. This is reality. I got some land, and I'm training some people to combat the wave. In order to prepare for it, I'm also selling medicines and arms. If you need anything, please ask. You can find me in the carriage marked with a shield insignia. Right now, there's a sign with a picture of a shield attached to the side of my carriage. It's only been a couple of days since you defeated that monster, but the hero of the shield is already trying to help the populace. You must really care for this country's people. Yeah, but there isn't too much I can do by myself. If you would spread the word of the shield brand, I would be grateful. And thus, like this, I spread the name of my peddling business. Fido also serves as a form of advertisement, as she is a Fido Real queen. But her constant chatter is annoying. If I had someone to manage her, it would be helpful, but I don't think there are many who would like to deal with her. She's a slave. If he commanded her to do it, she would, whatever. I'll buy some things to support the efforts of the shield. Much obliged. And for once, the rumors were working in my favor. The good rumors of my carriage spread like wildfire. Well, yeah, there were rumors when he was the saint. Yeah, that was good. Some people rushed to greet us as we arrive at certain towns. It's quite remarkable that gossip can travel faster than Fido's legs. Shield Ni-chan, are you sure this is alright? Kale, who is managing sales, comes up to me with an embarrassed face. Yeah, your business smile isn't as good as Raphtalia's, but some people might find your clumsy, awkward display to be a turn-on. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Yes, clumsy, innocent characters seems to have a healing effect on people. This holds true in any world. Raptalia and Fido are also doing well. It seems that I will be making quite a bit of profit in this enterprise. Our sales are quite steady. At this stage, we can't really share personal personnel to gather we can't really spare personnel to gather herbs. However, even the worst of ingredients can be made into medicine of normal quality with the shield. These normal medicines can be compounded by hand to make higher level medicines of greater quality than normal. I can expect quite a bit in this trip. For now, I have prepared enough medicine for all the towns that we will stop at. It's good that I prepared a lot beforehand. We continue our peddling for the next 3 days before returning to the village. We occasionally buy herbs from passing merchants. I feed these to the shield to make more medicine. Keel and the other slaves observed my actions and learned how to peddle, or at least that was the plan. My, if it isn't the hero of the shield. When it gets dark, the slave dealer appears at the village. He's accompanied by some sturdy-built adults. It's a bit of a surreal scene. The other slaves hide in fear. What is it? It's rare seeing you outside of your store. How are you doing? How are the slaves? We're moving ahead on schedule. Anyways, why are you here? Answer me. That's good to hear. So you won't answer. Calm down. Don't get swept up in his pace. Today, I came here to deliver the slaves ordered by the hero of the shield, yes. So you were able to find them? Yes. The slave dealer goes into his carriage, and out comes about 10 people. They are all shaking in fear. Raftalia looks through them for people she knows. She talks to them in the same way she talked to Keel, but there are 3 children here that I don't know. Did I make a mistake? Slave dealer claps his hands, and the men move to return the 3 children to the carriage. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it? Why is there a question mark? And why would that be? Slave dealer tilts his head. I don't plan to only use people from this village. As long as they don't bear any extreme hatred toward me, I will take them in. Why didn't they say that? That's funny. Translator says, it literally translates to, as long as they aren't radicals of the shield faith, which is funny. Why would he take that? I plan to hire other people as well anyways. There's no reason to go into trouble of returning them. There's no downside of having more manpower. You all, just because they're not from this village, don't leave them out. If I see any bullying, then I'll sell the culprits without hesitation. Yes. My slaves answer as such. Well, they may bond as fellow slaves. There shouldn't be too much of a problem. But with increasing numbers, there may be more problems. I should be cautious. After the slave registration process finishes, I unchain them. Are you alright? Raftalia, Fido, Arishia, Kale, and the other slaves comfort the shaking new recruits. I'm fine. It seems it will take a while for them to open up their hearts. Shield Nichan? What? Let's make some food and have a welcoming party. Of course, Nichan is cooking. Kale answers with enthusiasm. What do you mean, of course I'm cooking? Well, I did it for you guys too. Yeah! The party was my intention from the start. Everyone, please help out. Yes! A strange sense of camaraderie has been born among the slaves. This may be helpful sometime later. For your slaves to be this motivated, you sure are good at handling them. Makes my heart race. Yeah, I keep thinking that. I check a bag of coins at the slave dealer. I don't think I will be seeing any of that money again. Please continue to collect some useful demi-human slaves. As you command. Now, excluding Raftalia and Rishia, the village has a total of 18 slaves. Including monsters, I have amassed quite a few members. How about the monsters? I will probably need more soon. Then I shall bring some with me the next time I arrive. Do you have any requests? Same species as before will do just fine. Understood. Now then, I must be taking my leave. Yeah, just go already. And so I drove away the slave dealer and his men, or not. I would like to partake in the hero's homemade meal as well. Yes. Yes? Your voice is too loud. I don't think he will leave until he eats. Damn it. I understand. Though I don't understand what people like about it so much. Just eat and leave. I appreciate it, yes. Slave dealer's men follow him. Their presence is ruining the taste. I have to think of some countermeasures for next time, or me having to cook will become the standard practice. Alright.